Hey guys, Justin Conroy, Financial Dad here. There's a lot of talk going on right now about the stimulus bill that was recently signed, so today I want to talk to you about what you should do with your money when you receive it. If this is your first time here and you want to learn tips, tricks, and hacks related to personal finance, how to build wealth, and how to better manage your money, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss a thing. So, in case you've been living under a rock recently and don't know this already, there's a good chance that if you live in the United States, you'll be receiving a stimulus package in your bank account. Soon-ish. Your personal situation will dictate about how much that package will be, but talking about that isn't the point of this video. The point of this video is to talk about what you should do with that money if you receive it. Now, everyone's situation is a bit different, but I'm going to break it down into 3 steps based on some situations I'll describe. If your situation fits my description, you'll know what to do. And if you're somewhere in the middle of my groupings, follow the steps in order and you'll also be fine. Priority number 1 with your stimulus money is to ensure the health and safety of you and your family. What I'm talking about is pure survival. If you're one of my viewers who are relatively new to money management, those of you carrying around a lot of consumer debt, probably living paycheck to paycheck, let's be honest, you're probably panicking a bit right now with all the uncertainty going on. Your general money woes have only been compounded recently by the fact that you aren't able to work. For you guys, priority number 1 right now is survival. The health and safety of you and your family is everything, and it should go without saying that this money should be solely dedicated to food, water, shelter, utilities, and household essentials like soap, toilet paper, diapers, etc. In that order until things level out again in the world. Again, that's food, water, shelter, utilities, and household essentials. The stimulus money is absolutely not for discretionary spending or for your bad habits and addictions. You should not be buying anything that isn't directly related to your survival or physical health. That means no beer, no wine, no liquor, no cigarettes, no coffee, no gourmet steaks, no electronics, no cable TV, no satellite TV, no Netflix, no Hulu, no. Did I mention no? You are out of a job, you have debt, and you have no savings. You are broke. And you can't afford niceties. And if you're supporting a family, I would go so far as to argue that you are morally obligated to use that stimulus money as responsibly as possible. Priority 2 with your stimulus money is to ensure that you have enough savings in your emergency fund to ride all of this out until the world levels back out. So if you're one of my viewers who are a bit more financially mature when it comes to money management, maybe you don't have a lot of consumer debt, or maybe you were working on paying that consumer debt down before all this craziness started. Maybe you don't have the fully funded emergency fund, again that's 3 to 6 months of expenses and savings, or maybe you're still able to work because you were deemed essential, or you're able to work remotely. The point is that you aren't really too worried about your survival, but you aren't exactly in one of the best situations either because you don't have the fully funded emergency fund. So if you fit this group, you're probably feeling like you're at a bit of a tipping point, meaning things aren't really that great, but it could very easily go south really fast. So if this is you, that stimulus money should go directly towards building up your emergency fund. You need to keep this money in your pocket, just in case things go further south in the next few months because, hey, you really never know. I would recommend that while it may be tempting, you don't put any extra money down towards your debts until all of this blows over. If the world levels out in a few months and you've still got the money set aside, go ahead at that point and pay down the debt, but not before then. In fact, if I had debt right now, I would actually stop paying any extra payments towards that debt during this time and only pay the minimum payments for a little while, just a few months, just in case things get worse in the world. Having that extra money in savings could make or break you depending on how things go. Finally, priority 3 is for the rest of you, my financially mature crowd. Those of you who have worked very hard over the years and sacrificed to pay down any consumer debt you once had, you've already saved up your 3 to 6 months emergency funds, and you were well on your way to becoming wealthy in retirement before all this craziness started. I would venture to say that this stuff has really not affected you too much and that you're pretty much just staying home and not worrying about it. Even if you aren't able to work, you're pretty much okay because you've got that emergency fund and you don't have any debt, and so you're good to go. So for you all, priority 3 is whatever you want. You don't really need the money anyway. You took care of your stuff well before all this started, and you deserve to do whatever you want with that money. So go spend it. Stimulate the economy, or better yet, help your fellow man. There are a lot of sick people in the world right now who need help, equipment, facilities, and support, So if you're receiving money that you don't really need, I would consider giving it to those who do. We all need to come together and do our part to combat this illness, and while for the most of us that just means staying home, there are ways to help other people and organizations financially. So if you have friends or family who have lost their jobs due to everything going on, you might consider giving the money to them. You might consider giving to local food banks, hospitals, or even to the World Health Organization's Response Fund. The point is, it's your money, and you're free to do with it as you wish. You earned it. Congratulations. With that, if you have any questions, comments, or ideas for future videos, please let me know down below in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell before you leave. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And as always, thank you for your time and support. Have a good one.